And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Bracket Thursday. Before I get into the episode, good luck to your brackets, both men's and women's NCAA tournament. Men's NCAA tournament kicked off about an hour and a half ago. A few 12 o'clock games, and then, as you know, multiple games, so on and so forth, throughout the day. Now, let's go back to last night. I got curious in case the game did blow up, but I did I did hit my 3 shots on goals. Veteran Tuesday actually ended up with 4, so I got that plus 122. The 3-shot parlay all worked. Missed Nylander by 1 to get the 4 leg, and then of course half unit on all these. I had a feeling. I really thought that I could have just held on to a lot more money if I just stayed with what I felt. Even though I did say, what the stats were, I was like, if both goalies stand on their head and block, and this ends up a 3, even a 3-2, 2-1, or whatever the case. I mean, 3-2 probably some combos would have hit, but I kind of had the feeling that this was going to be a playoff scenario. But just in case, I did take some risk on some 2 points, but I did say take the shot on goal props, which did kind of work. And then, of course, some of the power play props did hit as well. We got Martin and Chuskin and things like that. So it was a fine night, but could have been better because there was risks that I did take that I shouldn't have. But overall, it was still a good night. Let's get into this 14-game schedule before we continue. More than likely, this is probably the last episode this week. Probably be really busy the next couple of days. Getting ready for the NASCAR slate this weekend, and also after I'm done with this episode, I'll be start working on my women's brackets, and I plan on playing the single game tomorrow on FanDuel. So let's end this week on Grade A Power Plays on a good note with these plays. First off, we shall start with New Jersey. We'll start with New Jersey hosting Calgary. Now, yes, Calgary looked like a great opponent for the Rangers, but the Rangers fell flat in their face. New Jersey, on the opposite hand, here's the narrative that I'm going with. New Jersey's a way better team, even with the injuries. Like I said, no Jack Hughes, no Dougie Hamilton, their main power play quarterback, and their best player, who leads pretty much the power play. But it seems like they have just, accepted the injuries. What looked like, they were towards the bottom half group of the playoffs. People started thinking they could actually fall out. But this team has actually played a lot better. Nico Hischier, Timo Meier has really stepped up the last couple of days. So we'll start at the bottom here. One of my first props taking it this morning. I don't know if it went up or went down, but Hischier and Meier plus 111 power play correlation as well. They're at home. They will most likely get, and even if they do, I think against Calgary, they could go up against any line. Backlund is still out. That's the defensive line there. And then without that, Calgary is still a top 10 or top 12 in giving up shots. But most importantly, 673 penalty minutes. They're 4th in the league with a 74% penalty kill. They got the better goalie starting, but the New Jersey offense is not the New York Rangers offense. So we got Timo Meier plus 111. I'm still waiting for some confirmations, though, on what the lines are, just in case they do. I'm obviously, because of the Hughes line, this is going to stay. That's going to stay. But, just curious to see if they do change some things in the power play. But, once they set power play props, they're not going to move them. So, if we continue up here, what else do I like? I also like Luke Hughes for a point. Luke Hughes for an assist because he's going to get the power play opportunity. Calgary is one of those teams that has been giving up a lot more penalty minutes lately. So, I definitely like the opportunity there. Plus 5-on-5 for Luke Hughes to get the assist and a point. As of right now, Calgary, yes, 670. They're 4th, solely 4th. They got the lead on Nashville by a solid 20 penalty minutes with a 70 point, and they got the worst penalty kill in the top 5, 74%. So I definitely like that. Let's go to that game just to preview what I like there. And I'm just waiting to see what the power play lineups are. As you see here, in my notes, like I said, power play odds, they're set. The only thing is if guys get ruled out, injured, they'll just straight up take them over. But power play odds don't move. Everything is pretty much the same. Everybody here is pretty much viable. Brat for 170, of course. But everybody 200 and up. Nico Heischer, Timo Meyer 280, and then Luke Hughes right there at 290. Each one of them separate. I plan on sprinkling half to have all that correlate. They should definitely have the opportunity to get at least one power play goal. If we go to another game, another 7 o'clock, there's going to be a few games at 7 o'clock we're going to be paying attention to once again in a big schedule. Next game we're going to Florida Columbus. I think this is also another team. No, this team is confirmed because they've been off and they actually confirmed their lines yesterday. So the lines that they went with, yes, Verhaeghe moved up to line, is now line 2. Is down to line 2. Rodriguez is up. Does that stop me or scare me from one of my main bets here? No. Sam Bennett and Sam Escavas. Now, you could take the option because Verhaeghe hasn't scored in a bit. So I know if you take this whole line together, it should be good odds. We should check this out. But I'm still staying on with a hot line. And we'll get to another hot line in the next game, another 7 o'clock. Sam Bennett, Sam Escavage, both on power play 1. They've been hot. 1 plus 141 when I got it this morning. So hopefully it stays around the same odds, like 149, or maybe it slightly went up. With Verhaeghe now in that line, once again, Verhaeghe's still not on power play 1, but Verhaeghe's now down to minus 113. If you take that whole line, right now, Sam Escavage, yeah, it's plus 143, so it's still the same. Oh, it went up a couple units, plus 143 now. If you add the whole second line, though, you get plus 283 because Verhaeghe hasn't scored in a while, been on a bit of a slump, minus 113. Verhaeghe could take the advantage of taking more shots here. That's why I kind of like it. There's no Kachuk to, like, and Bennett's been shooting a lot too, but there's no Kachuk to, like, stop him. Here's the player props. He's had pretty much 4 straight games of 2. A while ago he had 5 points. He has not really been doing it as much with 1 assist. They're trying to get him going. Verhaeghe's a key player to the Florida Panthers, especially. They need somebody like him for a playoff run. And then, of course, now that's another line that I was waiting for. I do have, I think the only bet I only have that pairing. So with the points, did it move? Seth Jones, it went from minus 106 to minus 104 now. So right now, I think what I will do is go assist Seth Jones at plus 142 because his point is minus 146, so might as well take, because the opportunity is there. So with Columbus now, 549 penalty minutes, 75.5. Win or lose ever since March. And obviously there's a few games before that, obviously coming back from the break. There's a lot of high-scoring games, win or lose. This is not a solid defense anymore. Merzlikins is starting, but I do like the opportunity for Florida to score. And the penalty kill is getting worse for Columbus. So I like Seth Jones here for an assist for plus 152. And then, obviously, you have to pretty much put these guys together. Sam Escavage, Seth Jones, Sam Escavage, and Bennett. And I like them all for a little sprinkle of power play. And if they're on the power play, and get that, then that's part of their combo total as well. So we'll get those power plays there. Another bet that I do have in there from earlier, one of the first bets I put out there, we're going to just attack the shot ladder again. This game was basically 1 week ago. And this was at Anaheim. Brady Shea, 3 shots on goal, 1 miss. So this time, once again, to go over his 1.5 is minus 120. To go for his 3 is plus 260 against the Anaheim shot funnel. Going based on props, Blackenberg went over. The last game that they had, Shea had 3, Blackenberg had 3, and there was another defenseman that slips my mind. He had 2, but he had a 1.5 prop because there's no other defenseman that really shoots besides Josie. So the opportunity is there, and I think Brady Shea needs to put up some shots anyway for a slumping Nashville defense. He has been shooting a decent amount. I mean, he's not going all crazy with the shot attempts. But if we open up Brady Shea, what is Brady Shea? Where is he? Right there. It's now gotten worse. So I got it better at minus 130. So I'm definitely glad I grabbed it when I did. Brady Shea the last few games, if it loads up. As you can see, like, there you go. 1-1. And then there's the outlier. 3 against Anaheim. 1 against LA and versus St. Louis. So I think it's worth a shot. And then, of course, let's go back to one of our fave props in the Ottawa. Let's get to the next game in the 7 o'clock block. We'll go to Ottawa at home, facing Colorado on a back-to-back. And come on, I mean, you just got to keep taking it until it fails. Cousins is now down to plus 110, which means the books have seen, ever since the trade, he is now 6 of 7 games with Ottawa scoring a point. Scoring a point. He did it in the first 4, missed one, and has now done it in the last 2. So Cousins and Batherson again against that second line of the Avalanche on the back-to-back at home. So we got to get that at plus 183. I don't know what that is now. Let's just take a quick look if we shall. That's the prop I like for this game. So 1 point. There we go. Batherson. We got Cousins. That actually, from what it seems like, it went up. It's now... Oh, no, it went slightly down. I got it at plus 183. It's 177. Cousins was plus 110, now plus 106. 2 more games, and we can wrap this up real quick. Favorite plays from now, the later part. We shall go, and I think you guys know where I'm going to. We're skipping all that. I understand that Buffalo-Utah game does seem interesting. I'll just go over a few props with you, but they're not in my notes. They're not in my notes. It is a great power play opportunity, though. Nice power, 155, 200, 250, Sergachev 270. But because of how much minutes Utah has, interesting, like, there's props here, but this is power play props that can go either way. You got the Buffalo Sabres, who are just increasing and taking more and more penalties with a bad penalty kill, and Utah's always consistently been in the top 7, top 5 in penalty minutes all year. So the opportunity for the power play is there. And the 2 lowest props are 155 and 200. After that, you got the power play quarterback and Rasmus Dahlin. It's Keller and Gunther. After that, Rasmus Dahlin at 220. And then you got Tage Thompson at 290. So there's a lot of power play. That's the one thing. Besides you can check out the combinations if you want. But if there's a power play game, it's definitely this one. Zucker at 370. Tuck at 400. There's a lot of power play to sprinkle there. I would be interested in probably taking a look at that around the 9 o'clock block. But let's get to basically the last 2 games. Well, pretty much the last 3. We just mentioned Buffalo at Utah. Boston, Vegas. You already know where we're going here. Noah Hannafin plus 102 for a point. Hurdle Dorofeyev plus 138. Let's continue to decide what is Hurdle and Dorofeyev now. Plus 136, so it slightly went down. Also, because of the power play opportunity, Boston is second. 709 with a 76% penalty kill. So can you look at Noah Hannafin for an assist? Yes, you can. And that actually went up. Noah Hannafin is now plus 144. In my book right here, I have it at 140 early this morning. And as usual, everybody's liable for a power play from 155 Jack Eichel all the way up to a 330 Hurdle, who's also 330 with Dorofeyev, and who's 300 with Hannafin and 250 with Stone. And then just to end the night, I mean, come on, I'm not taking any points. I'm not interested in anything here, even though this could be an onslaught kind of game. I forgot the guy's name that they have starting, but Askarov is still hurt. So San Jose is bringing up. San Jose brought up, what's his name? Georgi Romanov? But I don't know if he's the one starting. Let's see. Ostapachuk. Graf celebrating Toffoli, Eklund, Wenberg. I don't really see anything that confirms who in the world is their starting goalie as of yet. Are they confirmed? I mean, they do have lines because they were off. I'm scrolling. Yep, Georgi Romanov. He's starting tonight. So we got pretty much a new guy who basically has, I think, one appearance and has given up 3 goals and has an 81 save percentage. So if you're wondering if combos like Aho for 2 points, Jarvis for 2 points, Taylor Hall for 2 points, Jackson Blake for 2 points, this might be the game you're looking for. When you got a first-time guy, and then obviously San Jose would be in a bad defense. So this might be the onslaught game you might be curious about, because taking 2 points against a second appearance goalie all year. I mean, obviously when you see the point props and everything, when you see minus 350, minus 220 for the top two, the power play odds aren't really that good. I mean, Sebastian Aho is not as high as some of the combinations. Sebastian Aho's power play point is basically the same as Luke Hughes for an assist. I mean, so it's actually probably more sensible. The only person that you want to take, and he's up there on the power play, the only person you want to take is Jackson Blake at plus 350. He's the only risk that you probably want to take. Other than that, because he correlates with Sebastian Aho and Jarvis on that top line. Other than that, you're looking for 2-point onslaughts, and you're leaving this game alone. And I think that pretty much does it. Those are all my combinations. I think I went through everything. Let me see. We added the Bennett. We got Hughes. Oh, and another thing. Because of the power play opportunity and the 5-on-5 matchup, I do think it's worth to maybe sprinkle, because it is in my notes. I'm still deciding if I'm going to do it as of yet. I haven't taken it yet. But we do have Luke Hughes. He's plus 102 now. He's plus 102 now. Plus 104 earlier. Plus 144. His 2-point prop. Because like I say, 2 points is, I feel, safer because, like I said, Luke Hughes does like to shoot. Plus 560. But if you think he's going to dish off these assists, Luke Hughes for 2 assists, and if he does get it 5-on-5, or he's a part of a couple power plays, Luke Hughes for 2 assists is plus 830. Something doable. So other than that, besides the power plays for New Jersey, which I'm still waiting for, other than that, I'm pretty much set and ready to go. So there's your slate, ladies and gentlemen. Good luck tonight. This is Grade A Fantasy, and most importantly, this is Grade A Fantasy on Grade A Power Plays. Good luck on tonight's picks. Good luck on your brackets. I will see you guys next week. Even if I had the time, I'm going to be fully focused on NASCAR and the brackets, both women's and men's tournaments, so no show for me. You'll see me come back Monday, plus I'll be busy once again. Brackets, NASCAR, and playing a single game tomorrow. If I have the time and I like what I see with certain props, I'll let you know what I like, but more than likely, this is the last show. Thank you very much for once again tuning in. Good luck tonight. Happy March Madness.